Hi, I'm Tim Warner from CBT Nuggets. Welcome to the CBT Nuggets MicroNugget called What is Apache Web Server? Stated simply, friends, the Apache Web Server, also called Hypertext Transfer Protocol, HTTP server, is the world's industry-leading web server software. What makes Apache especially attractive to folks, IT professionals, decision makers, etc., is that the software is open source, which means as vulnerabilities are exploited in the software, the open source community tends to fix those problems proactively and share the source code with everyone. So because everyone, that is, the web development community, can access the underlying source code, there are no secrets. That's a big difference between Apache and a proprietary web server software like Microsoft IIS. Apache is also cross-platform. It's going to work on any operating system under the sun. Certainly the major ones, Microsoft Windows, Linux distributions, Mac OS X, and once you know how to manage Apache on Linux, you know how to do the same thing under Mac, you know how to do the same thing under Windows. As it happens, according to Wikipedia, 57% of all active websites in the world are hosted on an Apache web server. So when I say that Apache is an industry-leading package, I really mean it. Now, why is Apache so powerful? Why is it used so prevalently? Well, the fact that it's open source, again, to come back to that, not only enhances the security of the product, but also it's appealing because there's no money involved. It's a free piece of software. Apache has been around a long time, so there's an active development community, and you can download and install what are called modules to extend just about any functionality in the product. Do you need to support PHP? No problem. Do you need to support proprietary frameworks like Microsoft Active Server Pages or ASP.NET? No problem. You know how we have in the mobile field a catchphrase, there's an app for that? Well, with Apache HTTP server, there's a module for any feature you want to add to your web server. By way of trivia, the name Apache comes officially out of respect for the Apache Native American tribe. There is an apocryphal story that says the Apache product name came from the thought that this is Apache server. In other words, it's a server that requires frequent updating, but that's not officially where the name comes from. Finally, before we jump into the demo, I want you to know that if you're a web application developer, you're probably using a LAMP package or a WAMP package, and of course the A in that denotes Apache Web Server. Please see my CBT Nuggets MicroNugget on LAMP for more information, and we're now going to look at Apache through the lens of a WAMP package. Here we are on a Windows Server 2008 box. I've downloaded and installed WAMP Server, which is a common LAMP/WAMP package. You can manage these guys very easily by using the system tray icon on Windows or through some other graphical element on Mac or Linux. It depends upon your version. This is a really compact and easy way to interact with Apache Web Server. You'll find that Apache configuration begins and ends with static text files. It's really old school stuff. A file called http.conf is the main configuration file for Apache Web Server. Now, before you get too freaked out, if you don't go back as far as I do or other IT administrators do and don't like the idea of working with text files for your configuration, there are plenty of graphical front ends available for Apache. Like I said, one of the great things about Apache is that it's an incredibly extensible framework. So there are graphical front ends, there's different ways to get in there. Simple questions that you might have like, can you serve more than one website on a single Apache box? Absolutely. We have this concept of site aliases, also called virtual sites or virtual directories. This WAMP server package, for instance, has 3 Apache websites running out of the box: phpadmin, SQL Buddy, and WebGrind. Just for grins, I'll select the local host page, which maps to the root of the default www content directory. Any WAMP or LAMP package worth its salt is also going to give you quick access to that www directory. On my system, it's cwamp www, and this is where you would build out your site that you want to develop. So that's a very cursory and quick overview of Apache Web Server. I hope that this has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing.